night of. It's just really interesting to see what Darlington's going to start race in Charlotte. But I think people are upset because that's the mecca of where NASCAR. It's the central hub of NASCAR. To me, I think it should go back there. I think venturing out to Texas. I mean, I don't know, is wrong. But then again, I'm an old fashioned guy. I think that's where it should be. I think that's where it should stay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And it shouldn't be married to the same track every year. So if you want to do that, you want to take it away from Charlotte, then spread the love around. It shouldn't be stuck at Texas. And
For
even
sure.
though Texas is fast, I mean Texas is its sister. Charlotte is its sister track to Texas. Um, still it should be in Charlotte.
Yes, I agree. And speaking of Charlotte, after Texas, after the All Star race. Oh, by the way, Kyle Larson is our defending All Star champion. And
I'll be
speaking
right
of,
back.
okay.
Sorry, man.
Oh, no worries. All right, so we are back. I had my mic muted, so we are talking about the schedule, and I will say this right now, going into this upcoming season, the 600, Kyle Larson dominated that race. He's looking to win back-to-back of the 600, That's something that would be really cool. Let me see. After that, we are going to Gateway for the first time. 600, you've seen so many guys win there, and now we move to St. Louis, which I have never thought I'd say this, but St. Louis, we're going to Gateway racing, boys, in the Cup Series. That is something special we're going to see. Now, turn the backstretch, that wall, as we all know in the NASCAR heat games, that wall could come out of nowhere. You hit it, it scares the living daylights out of you.
I hate driving that track.
I hate it too. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, at least we're going to a road course right after, and that will be our last race on Fox Sports. And Fox Sports won the season, which Kyle Larson again, has won there last season. Was actually no, well yes it was Kyle Larson. I'm thinking Chase Elliott because of 21. But anyways, now we head to Nashville, where Kyle Larson, of course, we all know he wins about to make it forward, then blew a tire at Pocono. But hey, Nashville's something that's going to be interesting. So we never know. So and then we head over to Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed not having Kansas on the race this year. That's garbage.
I think we mentioned Kansas. We have Kansas. Or do we not?
I thought one of those tracks. Oh, no, we do have Kansas. My bad. Chicago. We don't have Chicago on there.
Yes, most definitely. Yes, I agree. Kind of interesting. Well, and then, Chicago was one of the tracks where like, oh, well, okay. That's something special. But, anyways, we're going to go to another road course, and that would be Road America, which Chase Elliott, of course, went on to win the 4th of July race, and I'm telling you, 4th of July is going to be on a Monday this year, and, a lot of people... Go ahead.
I still think that's garbage. July 3rd or July 4th, it should be at Daytona.
It needs
Why
to be...
is it at Road America?
It needs to be garbage. It needs to be back at the place where, America loves plate racing, but hey... I'm not the president of NASCAR. I can't change the rules, But
I know you can't. But or something more exciting than a Road America course,
right?
Have it at Indy or something.
Right, that's true, very true. And speaking of which, after Road America, we are actually, to be honest, I didn't actually point this out. We do. Do we actually have it? We are having NBC and USA this year be our channels in the second half of the season. I will say, well, USA is the new somewhat channel. I mean, that's a first for NASCAR I've ever seen. So,
well, what happened was NBCSN is gone, no longer. So, NBC bought out USA, so that's why you're going to see USA and NBC work together. So, NBCSN is no longer going to be. Well, it's not even on now, so it's all USA now.
Yeah, true that. And now we head to Atlanta again. That replaced Kentucky last season. I'm telling you that I don't know why you would replace Kentucky when you had it since 2011. That was kind of a knockout. That was just a knockout for NASCAR, just taking Kentucky out of the schedule.
And going to Atlanta the second time and not being in the playoffs is kind of weird as well. So to me, I would move down a little because it's going to be a new pavement this year too. So we've got to talk about that earlier. So it's all new, so it's going to be pretty fast track. So and then it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get that track cured again. But new surface is going to be good.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think, I liked it before when it was later in the year when we had Atlanta for the, late before the chase or playoffs began. I thought that was a pretty cool idea doing that. And now you move it to, Kentucky-ish area. But now By the way, I think I've mentioned this. Kurt Busch is our defending, and Kurt Busch is the defending winner of the second Atlanta race, and we are heading to New Hampshire after that. We are going short track racing, New Hampshire, won by Eric Almirola, where he got himself into the playoffs, and I think, with that first incident when it was raining, I think it was kind of ridiculous how we let the guys just, if it's raining, I mean, if it's a road course, I get it. If it's a road course, it's a road course. I mean, rain tires, I understand, but if it's a short track or something like that, just move it to another day. Just move it to
They
another.
never should have started that race.
No, that's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I was like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. You got to be kidding me.
And I can understand Kyle Busch there. So.
Yes. I mean, I understand his pain, and then I don't know. It's so the 17th. So that would, hold on. The 18th would be a Monday. That after during that week before we go to Pocono, that 20th of July on that Wednesday is my 23rd birthday. However, but I cannot wait to see what gives on the 23rd anyway. So
finally they made the smart move. NASCAR did for one race at Pocono, but you know what? Make it 200 laps. Let's go fucking 500 miles. I mean, really. Oh, I'm sorry. I used the bad word.
Don't worry about it.
Let's go to 500 miles. Let's add 40 laps to that. If you're only going to Pocono once, bump it up and go 500. If you want to bring old school racing back, pump it up 40 laps and make it. Man, come on. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I liked the idea where we had a double Pocono. Actually, I take that back. I really didn't like the double head Pocono race, and so it was kind of cringy at first. But let me see. I
think you want to give other tracks the opportunity.
Yes.
Don't be doubling up. You should just double up on the good tracks. So like Daytona, Talladega.
Yes.
That's cool. Martinsville, Bristol. But Pocono, no. Unless they're gonna run Pocono at night, then it'd be different.
I mean, I'd love to see lights around Pocono. I'd love to see it. It'd be so cool. I'd love to see lights all around Talladega. Because due to the Xfinity Series last season, in the fall race, of course, they had to call the race early due to no lighting around the track. Which I was at my buddy's house at the time. We were watching it, and we were just like, what's going on? So I know for a fact
it's darkness, so Martinsville used to be like that too. Lights. So, Dover, they should put less.
Yeah, most agreed, and it's just I don't know, but we'll get. And think about it. Everyone was complaining about the curb and stuff like that last season. Everyone was complaining about the curb and everything like that. Yeah. It was just, it's ridiculous, dude. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's just, why have it, dude? I'm sorry. It's just no comment right now. Just no comment about it. We're just going to leave how it is, Bring back the Brickyard. Bring back the freaking oval, not the freaking road course. It makes no sense. We're going backwards for crying out loud, not forwards. We're not going around the track backwards and completing laps. It's ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. And think about it. NASCAR, a lot of people... Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to make it interesting at the Brickyard, then run track backwards. It doesn't matter. This way there are turns instead of left turns. But they should bring back the Brickyard the way it was. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt. I'm sure Dale Earnhardt is rolling over his grave saying, "What are we doing at the Coliseum? And what are we doing with these road courses? You want to bring back an old classic road. What was the old classic road course out in California?" That they used to run a long time ago.
Riversdale or something like that?
Rivers, yeah, it might be even a condominium by now, but yeah, something like that. Don't bring this trash. It's trash. I shouldn't be saying that because I'm a broadcaster, but
it's your own opinion. It's your own opinion. That's
some of these tracks are just why? Just why are we driving, and why are we getting rid of, bring back North Wilkesboro, bring back
I think
Rockingham,
that's what they're
you
trying to
know,
do is bring back
bring
North.
back Myrtle Beach, bring back the Milwaukee Mile. Come on, bring back these tracks. Let's see these tracks there.
Yes.
You know,
Yep. And I think right now what you gotta do is like everyone, and I mean. I think we can all agree that everyone on the NASCAR Heat 5 servers, when they added Indianapolis Road Course, everyone was pissed. Everyone was like, "Oh well, that's just ridiculous, man. We're just gonna leave it as is." But it's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, NASCAR, but that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get blamed for that, but I'm sorry. That's my own thing. So, anyways, we're going to Michigan, anyways. After we hit another road course, finally we get to see some action. 200 laps, 400 miles, which I feel like. Oh, now hold on. Let me check something really quick. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just gonna use this really quick. And no, okay. I thought for a second, 200 laps was 50%. I thought we always went 400 laps around Michigan, but I'm wrong. So I just double checked. So, but Michigan, and then we go to Richmond, which I think Richmond's kind of a big. Why?
Why is Richmond not in the playoff round?
Seriously, that
makes no sense.
It makes no sense to me either. So
the Super Speedway, it's a great track. It's just a fun track to race at.
Yes,
it's ridiculous.
Yes, most agreed. And then, of course, we go to another road course, which this is not a bad thing. We've had Watkins Glen ever since NASCAR started racing there. Now, I like
Watkins Glen.
I love it, dude. The track is so cool. That if you're racing on NASCAR Heat 5 or any of the Heat games, you can get through that bus stop and through the carousel pretty easily. I wouldn't be surprised maybe in the next year or two. If you've been on Project Cars 2, they have two layouts. One where it goes a different way, and the other one is the original. So I wouldn't be surprised if NASCAR goes the other way and says, "Oh, we're going to go to the one where it's a different configuration." I would not. I wouldn't be surprised if I seen that. But I'm just glad Watkins Glen is still on the schedule. Then, however, we're going back to Daytona to see who gets into the playoffs. Now, we've mentioned this before. I hate having Daytona the last race of the playoffs or last race of the regular season. When I first saw that in the 2020 schedule, I was like, really? Really? This is a 4th of July tradition. This is not a NASCAR thing where we move
No, you're right. I mean,
I think
it's very disappointing.
It is. Really is. But aside from that, it's 160 laps, and I'm telling you that's 400 miles, and like we've mentioned before, me and Bill are trying to hopefully either go to that one or go to the 500 next year. So that's what we're trying to think. But either if that doesn't work, we could always try the next race after Daytona, which would be the start of the playoffs, the Southern 500 at Darlington, which honestly I think is not a good idea because the Southern 500 was a tradition we started in the start of the season, and now you move it later in the season. That's kind of, I get it. It was like later in the season back in the day.
It was always Labor Day, and I don't know if that's Labor Day weekend or not.
September 4th, I think so. Pretty sure.
So that's where it's supposed to be. That's where that race is supposed to be. It's supposed to be there. Labor Day weekend is always the Southern 500. It's always been a tradition. This is where it should be, where you see the special paint schemes, but of course they moved that. Southern 500, great track, 367 laps there. Just the atmosphere and the people, from the Carolinas and the surroundings here, make it a really good time there. It used to be the Bojangles Southern 500 where, you'd get chicken and stuff, and they'd have Bojangles, and it was great. Great time. Just don't throw the chicken bones on the track. But, it's a great track. It's a hard track. It's too tough to tame. It's you look at from the infield to the outfield. It's totally different. You get a total different feel. I was there for getting my COVID shot, stage 1 and stage 2 there, and it was just awesome to get on the track, go down pit road, and feel like you're on the track. And they also have a couple of weekends where you could actually go on the track with your car and do laps for charity. So it's pretty awesome to go there. Pretty cool track. You know, the outcome for Kyle Larson wasn't that great the last time, but he made the attempt to try to come back and get his car hitting that wall, scraping it, trying to do that. That's where the Kyle Larson thing came up last year. So very interesting as we move forward, and the next one we go to Kansas.
Yeah, man, and you just mentioned Kansas. That was, I believe, Kyle Larson who won there last season. Now, I don't think this is a smart
No,
move.
he didn't win that one. That was Denny Hamlin.
Was it Denny Hamlin? No, that.
Yep. Yep.
See, you see, he
I
knows.
was looking alive.
I was at,
You were at Kansas.
no, I was at.
I was talking about Kansas, bud. I was talking about Kansas.
Oh, Kansas, yeah.
I was like, we're at Kansas now, but but yes, Denny Hamlin. Yes, Denny Hamlin won there. Martin Truex Jr. his teammate won in the spring. Yes, I was like, but anyways, Kansas. I don't understand why we need to move this thing up early. We had it like the last few times. It was Kansas late second, like the last race in the second round, and then you move it to the middle race, kind of in the round of.
Back. I'll let you go.
All right, but yeah. While we wait for Billy, I will say that we are going to talk about the rest, and then probably we'll shoot a we'll have let me let me see. If need be, we can finish this baby tomorrow before, and then I don't really want to finish it on Sunday because the Clash is on Sunday. So, yeah, but yeah, man. Okay, so guys, I will have to cut this a little short tomorrow. Hopefully, if Bill is not too busy, we'll finish up the schedule, talking about the driver retirements, the Xfinity